Okay.
Okay. To begin with, I'm going to talk about eating habits. I think we have a really lucky situation because of the eating habits of our region, as we have what is called a Mediterranean diet. That is a diet with lots of fruits, of vegetables, and so on. And I think we all are used, for example, to having lunch with a salad or to eat fruit in every lunch and every dinner and so on. But I think that even though we have those habits, the diet we have has changed dramatically in the last few years. Maybe it has to do with our daily routines. For example, I remember when I was a child, I had lunch with my grandparents, and my grandmother spent the whole morning cooking a hot plate.
A hot meal.
And nowadays, for example, I finish working at 3 and sometimes I have to go back to work or to other activity at 4:30 or at 5, so I have to plan myself really.
You don't plan yourself, you plan your day.
I have to plan my day really well if I want to prepare some hot meal for the following day, because I don't have time to prepare it when I get home. I think that this issue, the fact that women work has influenced the way in which we have changed our eating habits. As I said, it's important to plan your day very well if you want to continue having a healthy diet. But there is an easy and quick solution: making use of junk food or of fast food. So, for example, if you get home at 3 o'clock, it's really easy to pass by a McD's and buy some burger or some burger or something to eat. And it has a lot to do with the following point, that is obesity. Well, how can we change that? Because we can change our stressful lives and our timetables,
schedules. Both pronunciations are correct.
And I can use both words?
Yeah.
Okay. It's difficult to change our timetable, so the way in which we can change this obesity is both.
The way in which we can combat
this obesity is with education, because we have to be aware of how important is what we eat.
How important what we eat.
What we eat is for our health and for our daily life.
Our is plural. Life, singular. Everybody has one life. Our daily lives.
Lives. Okay.
Yeah, because our is plural, so it goes with lives, which is plural.
Okay.
So it's important for our general fitness, general health.
Okay, general fitness. When we talk about this education, we only think we only think about eating more fruit or eating more fruit or eating more vegetables, but we can't forget the importance of exercise and how useful it is to do some exercise every day, not only to being safe, but also to have a healthy living.
A healthy life.
And that's related with the last point, that is the point with which I'm going to finish my speech, that is the stress in our lives. The point talks about causes and effects. The causes of our stressful lives are related with our jobs. I feel that each time we have to spend more hours at work, and that those works are...
What's the problem there? So you can't say these with work, because work is uncountable. It can't be plural. You can say this work, singular, or these jobs.
Okay.
Jobs can be plural, work can't be plural.
These jobs are getting more demanding. For example, I've been working for 3 years in the same company, and each time... Company. And I have the feeling that each time I have to get more involved in what I'm doing. And apart from that, also family obligations or other activities that you are involved in. Well, I think that each time I don't know what to say.
We are dedicating more and more time to our jobs.
Yes. And well, those are the causes. And the effects are really related with what we were talking about before. We already talked about how stress changes our daily habits, our eating habits, but it's also related with, for example, the exercise we do. Because as you have related to the exercise you do, for example, if you have to spend the whole evening correcting exams or planning your activities from the following day, you can
from the following day from the previous day for the following day.
For the following day, you can't go to the gym, and I think that sometimes the problem is that we feel that doing exercise, for example, it's not an obligation. We think that that's leisure, and we always postpone
or put it on hold.
We put it on hold when we have to do anything that we think is more important.
Yeah, when we have anything to do that conflicts with
it. I think it's really important from my point of view. I'm a psychologist, so I think it's really important to fight against stress, not only because of the influence that it has in our body,
on
our body,
our plural,
our bodies.
Okay.
In our bodies.
No, otra vez.
On our bodies. The effect that it has on our bodies, but also because of the effect that it has on our minds.
Good.
Because as we get more stressed, we are more prone to suffering mental diseases and
suffering
from mental diseases or even unhappiness.
Or even unhappiness? Huh? Well, that's like, I don't know, it's a bit of a strange... You can have mental diseases or even unhappiness. I would say like chronic depression or something. Even depression.
Or even depression.
Yeah, because depression is pretty serious. It's pretty severe. But even unhappiness is...
Okay, okay, even depression.